Check 1, 2. Tell these
Take
rappers
the
I'm
guard.
outside, get them start acting up. Turning hoes to housewives and cleaning the ratchet up. Do it off from boom back to melody rap. If they can put you in the box, then you might as well pack it up. Bars having bars, no cap, I'm Attica, you a precinct. How y'all competing when y'all just decent? Your rhyme efficiency's like logic simplicity. Don't tell me how much that you black, cause I don't see it. That's it. Welcome to precinct.
Fuck the ball! Fuck everybody on the front! When we get on the finals, bring that same energy, nigga!
Yeah. I'd like to welcome everybody into another episode of Knicks and Ish. Y'all already know the vibe. I am the one and only Parlay Lord, aka Fraz Tass in the building. And as always, I got the first lady of Knicks and Ish here with me, Mrs. Knicks in the building. Shout out my sis, Mrs. Knicks. First off, let me say Merry Christmas to everybody and Happy Holidays to everybody who comes in, who's here now, or who's coming in later on. Merry Christmas to you and your families as well. And Happy Holidays from everybody here at Knicks and Ish. I also like to shout out my fellow panel members, Kev Rodriguez, the co-host, and our beloved host, Tea Time. Y'all always appreciate it. Merry Christmas to the bros. Y'all know that. So we're here to talk about today's game with the Knicks and the San Antonio Spurs. I believe the final score was 117-114, if I'm correct.
Correct.
Okay. As always here at Knicks Ish, we like to pass it around off the bat. So, sis, I'm gonna let you start off, sis. Tell me how you feel about the game. Let me hear the number first before you get into everything else. Give me the number.
Look it up because I didn't see it today.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay. Go ahead. No worries. You got it.
26 assists. I take it.
There you go. We'll take that. Definitely.
26 because my number is 25. Over 25. So I take it. But I did want to say Merry Knicks miss everybody. I'm sure the Knicks win made it much better because it made mine so much better. I was jumping around like a kid on Christmas morning.
Facts.
And what a way to start, right? Like with family early in the morning and then watch the Knicks game with them. Amazing day for me anyway. And I'm sure, y'all sports heads like me feel the same way. It was a great game. It was a close game throughout. The Knicks kept giving the lead away. But you know who showed up tonight? Mikal Bridges. Boy had the game of his life in Madison Square Garden on Christmas Day. He ended up with 41, I believe. Just a great game. He was shooting crazy. Let's see, what was his Mikal? 17 of 25. That's great shooting. So great game from him. Again, 4 of our starters in double figures. And although Cat didn't play that well because he was in foul trouble, because of course you already know the way the NBA be giving it to Wemby, they had to make calls. At the end of it all, I mean, a win is a win, and that's what I love about this team. It doesn't matter who steps up on what night, but someone's always stepping up, and everyone is celebrating with them. So that's great to see. I think a very unsung hero in today's game was Josh. At the end, when we missed those 2 shots at the end where they could have went back down and scored, we were only up 3. Josh had 2 major rebounds. The ball just gravitated to him both times. He's all over the floor. He's definitely an unsung hero in today's game. I'm very happy. I liked how Coach switched OG onto Wemby because it made a big difference. Even though OG is a lot smaller, he missed a lot of shots against OG. What you thought about the game?
Um, well, you brought up some great points. I just want to piggyback off of what you were saying. Josh Hart, 12.6 assists, 12 rebounds tonight. He's always pushing the triple double envelope every game. You know, tough love. Shout out to you. Merry Christmas, tough love. Um, Josh Hart's importance in this team is something that we can't keep understating here. Like he, the heart and soul of the Knicks. All right, period. He makes his run. Merry Christmas to you, Matty Ice. Word up. Shout out to you for pulling up, man. Um, Towns had 21 and 9 despite the foul trouble. You know, to see that the Knicks were still fighting to the end, like we've been asking for a lot of these years and these games. It's more well. It's so welcoming now to see that the team is not just throwing in the towel after 3 quarters no more. Right, that used to be a big thing for us here at Knicks. We used to always get mad. Third quarter used to be a thing. Kill us. Almost every game, third quarter used to kill us. Of course, you got to shout out Manhattan Bridges, 41 today. Listen, for all you Mikal Bridges people, all right, all you people who hating on Manhattan Bridges, who've been talking about Manhattan Bridges in the shot. Listen, these last 15, 20 games that Mikal Bridges has been playing, right? He's been playing at a higher level. I feel his confidence is back because you see, he's shooting more in rhythm now as opposed to just taking erratic shots. I mean, there were a few erratic shots this game, but a lot of the shots he took were in rhythm and he was set for a lot of these shots. Man, he was just killing them, bro. I'm like, damn, Mikal. And the best part of my night was the fan celebrating with Mikal Bridges after the three-pointer. The fan throwing it up to Mikal and Mikal throwing it back up to the fan. That made my night. Because you see, listen, there is a revival at MSG like we haven't seen in years past, all right? MSG has been revived to 90s levels. And I say 90 levels. A Knicks fan just ended the chat. Merry Knicksmas, JJ. Merry Knicksmas to you and yours, But Mikal Bridges is starting to show you why we brought him here. And Dante who? What was that, all y'all people who's talking about us missing Dante? Dante who? Get that right. Also, shout out my captain, JB. Another 9 assist game, 20 and 9, 7 rebounds. Now, this was a topic we brought up last episode about, people talk about, when Brunson has an off night. The other side of that coin is usually when Brunson has an off night, the next game he plays relatively well, and you saw that here tonight. And let me take a second to shout out our loving host T Tom. Merry Christmas to you, my Brody, and your family as well. We appreciate you, and I'm gonna just let you come right in and go ahead and give us your thoughts on the game, bro. Go right ahead.
First, shout out to the game. As monotone as possible. I'm at work. I can't really yell, but I want to yell. Just to let you know, I want to yell. I'm so happy we won tonight because the amount of Wembyamba glazing that was going on by the ESPN staff was disgusting. It was disgusting, the nastiest of work. You know what I mean? And I'm happy we got the dub. Especially the way they was, oh my God, Wembyamba, but y'all not paying attention what Mikal Bridges is doing on the other side, right? You're not paying attention to that. And that was bothering me because he's not the only person having a great game. I understand you're trying to build up the allure of what is Wembyamba and his first Christmas game and all that stuff. But at the same time, it's another team playing basketball, gang. It's another team playing basketball. Like, even down to Screaming A. Smith. He gets on I want somebody from the Knicks to have a great game. He did all that yelling at halftime, but in the post game, did you see him have that same energy for Mikal, though? No. He said he wanted somebody else to have a magical night. Guess who had Mikal Bridges had 41. Where was the enthusiasm and exuberance for what Mikal did? No, oh yeah, he had a good game, just like he had a good game a couple nights before, and he did. That's the kind of energy. That's nasty work, bro. It's nasty work. I'm happy we got the dub. Oh, I'm so happy because I was like, ooh, I want to rub it in ESPN face so bad. Pause. Hey yo, but it had to because the way they was glazing Wimbyama was disgusting. Shout out to Cat for coming out in the second half with some gusto. What he had 11 points in the third. Yeah, going right at Wimbyama. You know what I mean? And that's the thing when you play Wimbyama, you can't try to play around him. You have to run through him because you got to take away his length. You got to put a body on him. You got to knock him off his timing, and you could get shots at the bucket. When you start trying to be fancy and cute and ballerina dance around Wimbyama, you're going to get your shit swatted. You try to shoot over the top of him with 3-point shots, you're going to get your shit swatted. You have to attack him, and that's what we did in the second half, and I think that paid dividends, right? JB had a so-so game. He had 20, but it was a weird-looking 20. You know what I mean? I'm not going to lie. It was a weird-looking 20, but we needed every bit of that 20 points. And I know y'all probably said it before, but I got to say it again. Thank you, Brooklyn. Thank you. But yeah, fuck them 7 picks. Who cares about those picks? Fuck those picks. Fuck those picks. Because we got somebody who's balling in a garden right now at a super high level. And you talking about 41 points from your possible fourth option. That's your fourth option. 41 points from your fourth option. That's tough. Every other night, 20 points from your fourth option. That's tough. What we talking about here? That's tough. You know what I mean? Remember, it was Net fans. Oh, y'all see? Yeah, I'm seeing. And I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Facts.
Shout out to Mikal. Josh Hart was right. We need Mikal Bridges apology forms. Please have them turned in by Friday's game. Please, we need that. Because it was even just Net fans, it was Knicks fans. All this trade is horrible. We remember, we don't forget these things.
Facts.
We do
Right.
not forget these things. And I know I'm being long-winded because I'm not going to be here long. So I'm about to land the plane and dip because it's Christmas, but it's going crazy in this hospital right now. But yeah, man, it was a great hard-fought win. I ain't gonna lie, the Spurs played a hell of a game. Uh, and as much as I wanted to beat Wemby for the Glazing, he balled the fuck out. I'm not gonna lie, he balled the fuck out. That kid is phenomenal. He's going to be one of the greatest of all time if God willing he stay healthy and shit like that. Okay, good. Yeah, God willing if he stay healthy and shit like that. But he played phenomenally. He's going to be a problem, and please don't let him gain no weight. If Wemby gained 20 pounds, it might be cooked. It might be cooked for real. That boy put on 20 pounds, it might be cooked. You know what I mean? But good win. Shout out to everybody that pulled up. I'm going to have to disappear into the sunset. You know what I mean? Shout out to my guy, JJ Jackson. I saw you, Darlene. I saw you, Jimmy J1. I saw you. If I got to do my thing before I bounce. If you didn't do so already, make sure you hit that like button. Sharing is always caring. You know what I mean? Subscribe. You know what I mean? And turn on the notification bell. Mrs. Knicks, Frags, I appreciate y'all for holding it down as always. You know what I mean? And I'll see y'all Friday. Peace.
Later.
I was about to end the live again. I was about to do that.
No, but I agree. And I think what stands out between us and other teams, like we say often, is our depth. It's not only one guy that's going to carry our team the way Wemby carries the Spurs, right? We have so many different guys. Think about it. Today was Mikal. Last game was JB. The game before that was Cat. It's just so many variety of players that can have these huge games any given night. And that's what separates us from everyone else. And I think the only team truly on our level is Boston.
I agree with that statement. Boston took a tough loss today to Philly. I
Sure
mean,
did.
listen, Boston's been digressing the last few games, so yeah, man. Press the like button, please. Y'all see my big bro Jimmy J1 asking y'all, press the like button, sharing, sparing. But just to land my plane, because I wanted to let T Top say his piece real quick. Also, the one person I forgot to talk about was Precious. He was big off the bench, 10 rebounds again. I mean, Precious is starting to look for his shot a little bit more, which I kind of like, but I just don't need him shooting threes in excess, you know. But like I said, it's great to know that this team has somebody who could just step up any given night and just take over the reins. Like Sis said, we got multiple guys that can just say, "Let me take the lead and get hot," and we keep feeding them the ball. Um, there was one other thing I wanted to talk about. Now OG wasn't as a factor in this game as much, but as was mentioned earlier, the way he disrupted Wembanyama when he was put on Wembanyama was huge for us. The Spurs was on a run in that stretch of the game, and they kept feeding Wembanyama because he was hot. I ain't gonna
He
lie.
was.
He was hit at one point. He hit like
Shooting
four in
from
a
the
row.
damn logo? That's
Yeah, and
crazy.
making it. Yeah, and making it. He hit like four in a row at one point, and I'm like, all right, Tibbs, you gonna make an adjustment? They called the timeout. He put OG on him. As soon as he put OG on him, you saw the difference already. And I was like,
Yep.
yeah, Tibbs, this is what I'm waiting for. So when Tibbs makes the adjustment,
Yo,
we play with everybody. Go ahead, T-Tom.
my bad. I just had to pause because I just saw a quote from Wimby.
Oh yeah, I was gonna go there. Glad go
Oh,
there.
my bad, y'all. I just saw this quote and it irked my nerves. He said they didn't win against us because they didn't beat us because they played better basketball or something like that.
Yep.
I don't know what context he was talking about, but it doesn't matter what context he was talking about. It sounds like he's whining.
Again.
He's boo-hoo, crying. For what? I don't. Bro, you lost. Tip your hat. You played a great game. But guess what? We played a better one. You were getting foul calls that you didn't deserve all night. You breathe on Wimby as a foul. So what are you complaining about? You didn't. Does do Wimby need cheese with that wine? That's what it sounds like. He needs cheese with that wine. How dare you? You wanted your fairy tale story. My first Christmas game in a garden. I wanted to play great and get the W so I could hold my hands in the air and be like, yes, I am the future of the NBA. But guess what? We rain on that parade. You tried, it was close. Take your loss like a man. You big 7'5" fucking baby. It don't make no sense. You too tall to be a baby. There's no 7'5" babies in the world. What is going on here? Well, why are you complaining about losing a basketball? You had a great game. It came down to the wire. It took the heart of the city to seal y'all out. Because that's what happened. The heart of the city got it done when it mattered most. Rebounds, hustle plays. That's what beat y'all. If you wanted to win a game, tell your teammates you need to hustle better. You need to hustle better. Secure a fucking rebound. You fucking big baby. You 7'5" baby. How about you rebound? You 7' fucking 5 baby. All right, I'm done. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm out now for real.
No, I'm glad you took it there because I was definitely gonna go there. Because I'm like, bro, if we didn't play a better basketball than you, then we wouldn't have won the game. Better basketball isn't always scoring 42 points. Better basketball is more than just scoring. Like you said, and I said earlier, Josh Hart, the unsung hero in today's game with those 2 huge rebounds. Not only that, he scored a huge 3-pointer, as did Deuce, down the stretch in the last 4 minutes of the game.
Yo, didn't Wimby enter the fourth quarter with like 40 points or something like that?
Somewhere around there, yeah, he was
How
up
about
there.
going to fourth, you fucking bum? How about that? How about that?
No, you forget the lights got too bright for him at the Garden.
Absolutely. The lights were bright. How about you score in the fucking fourth quarter, you 7-5 fucking bum? Score in the fourth. You know what happened? We put OG on you. Cut that
Yep.
water. That's what happened. OG and Anobi and pressure that you got to that ass. Cut that water off. You got two guys who are strong and agile and mobile. And cut that water off. You were killing Cat. And Cat was trying, but Cat is not mobile enough to stay with Wemby. He's not mobile enough. You put a 6'8" guy, there's 2 6'8" guys. You 7'5" fucking bum. All right, I'm out. I'm holla at y'all.
I just wanted to touch on that comment real quick that was just up. 16 3-pointers is crazy for your center shooting 16 threes. Like, that's crazy. That's a huge number for your center to be shooting.
Yeah.
You know?
And I just wonder why Tibbs didn't adjust earlier, because Cat doesn't play well defensively against a big that's like him.
No, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, this ain't the first time where we've seen it. And Wembanyama just a better one than the ones we've seen previously. But when he has to be out like that defending the 3-point line, Cat doesn't do well. So I'm surprised it took, 3 quarters for an adjustment to be made. I mean, I'm glad it was made though. I just wish if Cat would have made him work more defensively, he wouldn't have had this good of a game. Because the one thing about Wemby that I've seen in the few times we played him thus far in his career is that he doesn't take well to pressure. Like when he starts to get flustered defensively, then he doesn't perform well offensively. So if Cat would have took it to him like he did in that third quarter where he was putting his body on him, running it into the basket, Wemby would have folded. But again, the Spurs don't have the personnel to beat us. There's no way. And not only did that quote happen, but old boy with the green hair gonna say,
Jeremy Sochan.
Yeah, Sochan. I came here to steal Christmas. That's why he got the Grinch hair. Go back to San Antonio, bro.
Shouldn't have talked before the game was played.
Go back to San Antonio with that shit.
Shouldn't have said nothing before the game was played. I mean, how many times have we seen stars do this to themselves all the time? Talk before the game and then get cooked and lose the game. Like,
right, like you ain't even. Let me see what he had. Let's see. He ain't even play that well to be talking mad stuff. He had 21 points, but. I mean, it was a quiet 21. He didn't go off because I've seen him go off before. But yeah, they just was too cocky and it shit annoyed me. And like T-Time said, the fact that Wemby gets calls where he's clearly flopping, it's like, bro, and we've seen it. I mean, I saw the highlights or the videos on on Twitter and stuff from the game when they played Philly the other night. And it was the same nonsense going on. Like, you getting technical fouls and all this for nonsense that he's pulling. Because, again, like Embiid, he's playing this sloppy, doofy, big man falling everywhere. And it's just not fair. But that's just the NBA issue. Like, the NBA just needs to look at the refs because their calling all season thus far has been ridiculous. But I'm glad we pulled it out. Just like JB says, find a way. Somebody's going to step up. They're never going to give up. And we're seeing it more and more as games go by. I think we're 15-5 in the last 20 games. That's a great great way to start closing out the year. Great December for sure. You're on mute.
Nick, the best month of the year is coming up. January. This is our month. All right. This is our month to propel ourselves up to the top. What's good? Whoever that was, I forgot. I didn't see the name. It came off the screen. Knicks will be 2025 and 26 champs. Merry Christmas to you. Shout out to you. I like that name. I like that name. Hopefully we can get it done. You know. But like literally, like I think Tim's got to give me some earlier adjustments. I mean, I need you to start, locking them guys up early in the game, especially if you see them go on a run. You need to just make the switch and cut the run off, lock them down. Like we gotta start taking teams out of the game early, because if you've noticed, the main difference that I've seen in these first set of games from this year and last year is the fact that last year, when they had the chance to, a lot of the times we had our foot on that gas pedal. Right now, because we're still working the kinks out and we're still getting the chemistry to where it need to be, our foot not always going to be on the gas like we want it to, right? But there will be those games like we did with the Raptors game. There was another game we had that blowout. And like those games, you got to keep winning the games you can win. You know what I mean? We got to get to that level. Like I remember JB said it last year around this time. We got to just put together a string of wins, one game at a time. This is our month to climb back in it. And listen, the end of January last year, 18-2.
Exactly.
I hope the Knicks do repeat that performance to some extent this January. I want us to do well. I want us to get in that top 3 seeds this year. I want us to break the top 3 this year. And I think we can. Definitely think we can.
I think I want to address this comment. So nobody's hating. And regardless, you're right, the Knicks shouldn't have struggled against the Spurs. However, let's not act like the Spurs are a trash team. They're not a trash team. They're a decent team that's trying to figure it out the same way we are. And again, we're still trying to figure it out. So any given night, anything can happen. We've seen where we've lost to worse teams this year. So it is what it is. And then early games are always hard to win. They played 12 o'clock New York time? That's an early ass game.
That's what we call the Garden Matinee. That's what we call that.
Exactly.
The Garden Matinee.
It's not nobody hating. Facts is facts.
Yeah, let me say something real quick to that 2 seconds. Hate, because literally you just heard her give Wemby his flowers a minute ago, so I don't think it's hate, But listen, any given night you can lose to any given team. All right. So at the end of the day, we're not taking nobody lightly. I get it. We're not supposed to be struggling against the Spurs, but you can't say that in certain games because the way teams play us, that kind of dictates our adjustments now. So it does bring up a point where, depending on what strategy they playing against us, we gonna have to find the adjustment. You saw glimpses of that in the game tonight. Like I said, Tibbs got to find the adjustment quicker. If Tibbs finds the adjustment quicker, we blow out teams half of these games. But I don't think it's not hate at all. We're not hating. We just gave Wemby his flowers, all of that. So it's not hate at all.
Right. I think what we're more is just that. It's just the crying. Like, you take the L. Don't try to say we're not a better team or we didn't play better basketball. Clearly, we played better basketball because we won. So we had to play better basketball. So don't go take a loss and then start crying. Like, put your big boy drawers on and take the loss.
Word. Hey, it's the second year in a row you got caught talking smack about MSG and lost. Like, just hang it up, man. Oh, listen. Right now he's soft. I ain't gonna lie to you, Jake. That's Molly. My guy, Molly Moore. Shout out to you. I already know that's you, Molly Moore. Straight up. Yeah, he is soft. He is soft, Molly Moore. Definitely, man. Like it's like T-Time said earlier, and I said this yesterday too. If Wemby get 20 to 30 pounds, he gained 20 to 30 pounds. He's gonna be a problem. He's gonna be a problem because he has a complete skill set. He can shoot everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not taking nothing away from Wembanyama, but don't talk smack coming into the Garden thinking you're just gonna get an easy one. And you lost last year doing the same thing. Like, don't do it to yourself. I mean, what was I gonna say? Just half eating apples in a bag of tampons. I'm dead, Marley. Yo, you a fool, bro.
That's
Yeah, man.
hilarious.
How was the rebounding numbers looking in this game? That's what I wanted to ask. I know the Spurs out rebounded us. I know
They
that.
did not. They did
Oh,
not out
really?
rebound us.
Really?
47-45.
Oh, it was competitive. Okay.
They
Yeah,
defensive rebounds, they out rebounded us 37-30, but offensively we out rebounded them 17-8.
that's what I was worried about. Yes, the offensive rebounds are coming back. All right. As long as
So
the
if you
Knicks
look
can.
at it, those last two rebounds by Josh Hart
Was the
won
difference.
it.
Yep. Was the difference. Facts. That's a fact. You
Yep.
know, but it's like I say all the time. We win most of these games, we win the offensive balls. This is
Facts.
our strength last year. Go ahead.
Facts. I think one stat that stood out to me is that we won the points in the paint. With the 7-5 guy in the paint, we won the points in the paint 58-50. That's crazy. And that just shows how aggressive our guys have been. I
Yep.
think once they figured out what to do with Wimby down there, they figured it out. It's not, you can't just go, I mean, you could go straight at him, but what was working was that extra pass because he's not that fast in switching to the another offensive player. Offensively, he's smooth and he's fast, but defensively, once you get him off his feet a little bit, he can't adjust that fast. And I think we've seen it with Cat and Mikal. We've seen it with Josh and JB, where they did that extra pass, and it did us right.
Yep, I agree. That's been one thing. One thing I've noticed, and this is a thing where most guys do this in the NBA, right? There's an easy way to get at Wemby or anybody for that matter. They teach this across the league, right? You go at the guy's chest, right? Meaning, if you drive and you driving into the defender's chest, the defender has to take the time to recover from the contact. So by the time you go like this and create the contact, you could just go right up. The defender's not going to be on you because the defender has to come back to react to try and make the block because they're already, and the defender's under the rim now. So the rim is your friend because the rim is also making it hard for the defender to block your shot. I think if the Knicks if Towns approaches a lot of these big men like that, he gonna go off most of these games.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's one thing that's taught league wide. Like aggressive dribble into the guy's chest, makes him react. The minute he reacts, you just go right up. You got an easy basket every time. Every time.
And I think another stat that stood out is the turnovers. We only had 5 turnovers all game. They had 15. That was the difference in us taking 100 shots and they took 83. I don't even know what to say. I don't know if it was us taking care of the ball or them being not good defenders or a mix of both. But only 5 turnovers that's amazing in the basketball game.
That's big, and we've had our turnover woes in a lot of games this year. I mean, to see the team under control and not making a lot of erratic passes, just protecting the ball well. We need to see more of that moving forward so we could, get right for the second half of the season.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Where we at? What's the next game?
The next game is gonna be, let's see.
Friday or Saturday?
It's gonna be Friday against the Magic.
Okay.
So our next set of games, to be honest, are very winnable games. We play the Magic, then we play the Wizards back to back, then we play the Jazz, and then the Thunder.
Okay, so that's a pretty good 5-game stretch. I see us winning 3 or 4 of those games. The OKC game, I don't know. Let me just tell you right now. SGA is playing like no other point guard is playing right now. SGA is on a heater. He's up in his game and everything. So that's going to be a difficult game against OKC. I'll tell you that right now. But these other games, especially this game coming up Friday against the Magic, that's very winnable. That could even be a win by a lot scenario, as I like to quote T-Time, win by a lot, because no Franz Wagner, no Mo Wagner, no Pablo Banchero.
Right.
So, again, we just got to play them how we played them the last time at the Garden, because we blew them out at the Garden last time, if I'm not mistaken. We just got to play them like we played them last time at the Garden. This should be an easy win.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, we just can't play down to our competition again. I think the last few losses that we lost, we played down to our competition. I think regardless of how injured they are, we need to just play our game. And this goes for all the games, to be honest. Like you said, the Thunder game is going to be a little more tougher because they're a really great team. Doesn't mean they're not beatable, because I still think we can beat them if we play our game and we have a great shooting night. But these next couple of games leading up to that, we need to not play down to the competition. We need to play our game of basketball and just do what we do. I mean, I don't think many teams can mess with us when we're just clicking on all cylinders, because they don't know who to stop. Everyone's focus thus far has been JB, stopping JB, and everyone else is stepping up. Whether it be Josh, Mikal, Campaign, like we have so many guys that can step up when they're doubling and tripling JB, or if JB just has an off night. Although he played well today, it was not a good shooting night for him, and it was tough to watch as a fan, to be honest. It was super tough to watch. I think he went 7 for 23. That's unlike JB. Although he still scored 20, that was an ugly game for him. But to see that someone else can step in and fill in his shoes, and we don't need him to win. Him scoring, him going off is extra in games like today. But yeah, I think we have to play our brand of basketball, and we'll be fine against any team, to be honest. I think we have to hit the ground. The key to OKC game, I think, is going to be Cat. I think it's going to be Cat because I don't think they have someone to stop him. I really don't.
You see, I can agree with that because I don't think Hartenstein's that guy that's going to be able to stop him like that.
No,
right?
I don't think
we know
so
what
either.
Hartenstein is capable of. We've had him on our squad. We know what he does. Right? We're very familiar with him. Cat should know, get physical with this guy early. Cat should be going to attack him right off the bat. First few possessions, attack him. Attack the basket. Get us in a rhythm. Set up the inside-outside game. These are the keys to the Knicks winning a lot of these games. When the Knicks play inside-outside, they are one of the deadliest teams in the NBA.
Yeah.
Period.
I agree. I think Cat needs to, like you said, be aggressive early on. Start from inside the paint, get, a couple of easy shots. Once you bring iHeart past that 3-point line, it's going to be easy peasy. And then this is where then OG and Mikal and Josh Cutting is gonna benefit us, because they don't have someone that's gonna back up iHeart to fill that paint.
I agree. They backup center ain't really good right now because remember they don't have Chet Holmgren because he's hurt. All right, and I forgot who their other center was. I know it's Hartenstein, but there's one other guy they have. I forgot. Because they're not really strong at the center position. Like most teams are. No, I think he's a forward. Jalen.
He's listed as a center.
Oh yeah, he does play center. That's right. They have played him at center before, so that is right. But
I mean, they're both him and Hartenstein are good on their feet. I think what separates Cat is his height. He's bigger than both of them.
True, and also Cat's mobility because Cat is one of the better mobile bigs in the league. And as we've seen already, pick and roll is going to be the thing. This is the number one pick and roll in the league. We make the most shots out of the pick and roll. So let's get in our game, get in a rhythm, get our guys in rhythm, and then the game will flow naturally as we play.
Facts. And again, offense hasn't even been our issue. It's defense. But you also see when the Knicks want to pick up defense, they lock teams down. So it's just a matter of how much they want to play defense that night.
I agree.
But I think you have to, because you have to contain SGA. Somehow, some way, got to contain him. He's going to have his points. We know that. But you got to contain him. But you also have to contain the other guys. You know what I mean? Because what's his name? The other Jalen Williams,
There's two. There's two. There's a Jalen. There's a Jalen and a Jaylin.
Yeah, Jelen, the dark skin one. He's nasty. He's nasty.
He can put up 20 in a heartbeat. I seen him. I forgot what game it was. This guy put up 20 in no time. I think it was the Lakers game. He was playing the Lakers. This guy put up 20 in like the first half. I'm like, yo.
So
he's just going off.
What do you think happens? Do we do who guards him? OG or Mikal?
You see, this is a delicate thing because I know for a fact that Tibbs is gonna throw Deuce McBride at SGA again. I know that for a fact. It's coming. But for this guy, Jalen Williams, I think you're gonna have to put the better defender. You got to put OG on this guy. He has his skill set is fire. He can shoot well. I mean,
go into the paint. Yep.
He does it all. I mean, he's a complete player. And you got to have a complete defender to stop a complete player. Just Nick, salute to you. Merry Christmas. I see you in the building, but you gotta match that intensity. And you gotta have a guy to say, listen, let me take him out. OG gotta be the guy to play him. He has to.
I agree.
I think you can even get away a little bit with Mikal Bridges on the other Jalen Williams this game. Being at the fact that he's not as prolific of a scorer as Jalen Elliott is. You know what I mean? They're deadly though. And don't forget, they have Alex Caruso as well.
Yeah.
He can be the X factor. I've seen this guy. He can be a pest. He can be a pestilence for real. Yeah. Like I seen it when he was on the Bulls. He used to be a thorn in our side at one point until JB crossed his line. JB crossed him in Chicago, dropped him, and won the game with the shot. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a key. Listen, if you keep SGA at 20, we good. Keep SGA at 20, we good. This guy averages 30 points a game. Yeah. So if you can contain SGA to 20, 15, 20, then we've done our job. You want the other guys to try make the other guys beat us, because I don't think the other guys can beat us.
I agree, because I'm looking at their roster. Outside of the main guys, I don't know who anybody else on their team is. I'm looking at Aaron Wiggins, Aja Mitchell, Nikola Topic, Carson Watts. I don't know any of these guys.
There's a couple of guys on that bench that they play big. Kassan Wallace plays big. He's a good defender. He has a little bit of a shot. Now I know I've watched the games. That's how I know a little bit about these guys. I watched them play. Him and Dort. That's another guy to worry about. Yep. Dort. You gotta keep a body on Dort, because Dort grabs a lot of rebounds and he's down there in the paint battling for position with guys. Yeah. You gotta check him. He has to be checked
and him
every possession.
Remind me of each other, but he got a better shot.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely. Yeah. Sis, anything else? Because I don't really got nothing else.
Oh, let's see what he said. Mikal on SGA, Deuce is too small.
Well, if you look back at the last time they played at the Garden, Deuce held him in check last time. Right? I forgot what he scored. He had 20 or less, I believe, the last time Deuce was guarding him. Deuce held him in check. He didn't go off on us. Remember, the last time we played them at the Garden, they barely beat us on that last SGA shot. All right? So, I like Deuce on SGA because Deuce can keep up with him, and Deuce is going to harass him a lot during the game, and he's gonna keep him on his toes because you can't let SGA get settled. When he gets settled and gets into a rhythm, bro, he's deadly, bro. There's no comparison. He's deadly. He's like the top point guard of the league right now. Let's be real, like no question.
You talking
For
about
me, I
last
say,
season's game? He had 19 SGA.
see, exactly. I know he was under 20. I just forgot the number, but no,
But Jalen Williams went crazy. He had 33
yeah,
that
30
game.
something. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, he was going off. I was like, yo, who's putting a body on this guy, bro? Like,
Yeah.
but don't forget everybody, press like for your favorite panel. Sharing is caring. Don't forget on the YouTube, please click the bell. Make sure it says all under notifications so you can see when we go live and you can pull up on us, you know? And I just want to say, sis, would you please show these people the Patrick Ewing? I need to see that. You see that, people? That is fire right there. That is a Patrick Ewing All-Star jersey. What's significant about this jersey is this All-Star game was actually played on Mrs. Nick's born date. Not her birthday, her born date, meaning she was born the day this All-Star game was played. Okay? That is a fire throwback jersey, sis. I must say. You gotta frame that or something. You gotta frame that or something. I'm telling you, that's classic. Yo, Frankie, shout out my guy Frank, man. Merry Christmas, Frank. You already know, my guy. You're one of us, man. For real. But if you don't got anything, sis, I mean, we'll see y'all Friday for the recap.
Yep. So again, Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays if you don't celebrate Christmas. Take this time and share it with your family and loved ones because there's no guarantee you'll see them tomorrow. So give everybody extra love. And we see y'all Friday.
We'll see y'all. Let's go Knicks. Y'all have a great night. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas, everybody.